welcome to Fit City Wellness Center, and I'm your host, Steve Offroth, the Health and Fitness Director for the City of Eugene, and we are going to start on a journey of 30 workouts, and these 30 workouts were part of a study that we did here at Fit City Wellness Center, doing the HIIT style of training. So we used body weight only for this training, and we did it over a 10-week period. We had 30 volunteers that volunteered, and then they were randomly drawn into 15 people per group. So we had two groups. One group worked out twice a week, another group worked out 3 times a week, and the goal or the object of this was to determine if 3 times a week is better, and you'd assume since you're working out 33% more that it would be better. So that was the start of the study, and the average age was 44, so it was mature adults that participated in this study. So at the conclusion, looking at the entire group of 30 people, we had an average weight loss of 2.6 pounds per person, an average body fat loss of 2.5%, which was great. We had an average fat-free mass increase of 3.5 pounds. So they gained 3.5 pounds of lean tissue throughout the 10 weeks, and the average fat mass loss was 5.3 pounds in the 10 weeks for 30 people. So we had an average increase in VO2 max of 5 mLs per kg, which equates to about a 13% increase in their aerobic fitness. And we had an average anaerobic capacity increase of 32.8%. And so what we did for the anaerobic capacity was a Schwinn Airdyne, the old with the hands and the feet moving together. And so what we did was the original Tabata of 8 sets, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I measured their peak watts that they achieved in each of their sets, and then I averaged that together over the 8 sets, and that became their average peak wattage for the 4 minutes of 8 sets of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So if you've never tried this with a Schwinn Airdyne, I think it's one of the most effective tools out there to actually do a Tabata of 8 sets, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And if you've never tried this, give it a whirl, get a good warm-up in, but you have to be able to give it 100% of your effort, so every set is your maximal workload in that 20-second time period. And I think you'll find that it's an effective tool if you want to increase your anaerobic capacity. So that was a study. It was 10 weeks, so the whole group made good improvements. And then when I got down and looked at the 2 days a week versus 3 days a week, there was actually no statistically difference between the two groups. So there was no difference in weight loss, no difference in body fat loss, no difference in fat-free increase, no difference in fat loss, no difference in VO2 max, and no difference in the anaerobic capacity, even though the 3-day-a-week worked out 1 more day per week, and that was substantiated by, I had them collect their number of calories per workout, and the actual group of 3 days a week expended 31% more calories on that than the group 2 days a week. But anyway, so looking at how much HIIT is enough, I can say just with the study that we did, looking at body weight only things, no implements used, that 2 days a week is plenty to get the benefits of the HIIT training. So we're going to start off on a 30 workout session. So I'll get these workouts done and up on the website as I can. But this workout plan actually increases over the 10 weeks, increases in intensity, and so it's a progressive workout plan. And what makes this somewhat unique between the HIIT style or Tabata style training is that I use a wide variety of timing. So it's not just 20-10. It's 10 on, 10 off. It's 15 on, 10 off. It's 10 on, 5 off. It's 20 on, 5 off. Multiple variability in the timing and lots of different exercises. So out of this 10-week period, I think we used 83 different exercises to keep the motivation up, to keep the people from getting just bored of doing the same kinds of things. So there's no reason why you can't implement a wide variety of exercises. As long as you can do them at 100% intensity, you are getting everything done that you need. We're about ready to get going with our workout now, and this will be the HIIT Study 2 workout 1 of 30, and there was a HIIT Study 1 I did back in 2012. So we looked at the same kind of stuff, but we just did it one group, and I was looking at body circumference measurements, and so we had a very significantly difference change in body circumference. So that was good. So moved on to this one, and a couple things I forgot to say on the first time. was that the groups did the same workout. So the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the 3-day workout group, and Tuesday, Thursday. So every Monday and Tuesday was the same workout, and then every Wednesday and Thursday was the same workout. So the 2-day work group got the exact same workout as a 3-day, except the 3-day got one more workout. And so some very positive things came out of this. People that mentioned to me throughout the class that came in with sore backs and sore knees, before 3 or 4 weeks had gone by, all their pains, aches and pains were gone. And so that made me feel good as an instructor that I was able to help people with this type of workout. And so we only use a couple of different kind of implements you can see in the background back here. So we're going to use a pair of sliders to slide on the carpet. And so that's one of the tools that we're going to use. And so, but still our body weight. The other thing I will use is a Pilates pad for me because of some injuries and hip replacement, knee issues. On my squat thrust, I'm not able to squat down, put my hands on the floor, so I have to hinge at the waist. So I just use a pad to give me a little bit more height off the floor, which is not optimal, but works for me. So that's what I wanted to mention about any exercise that we do here. If you need to modify it, you modify it to what fits you. So this, I've started teaching these classes in the middle of 2011. So almost 3.5 years of these classes, and we've not had one injury in the class from doing these type of body weight exercises. The other thing that we'll use on occasion is a strap that goes, we put it above the knee joint, so we keep our knees engaged into the strap as we do our squats. Because a number of people talked about knee pain, so I made sure that we got a lot of things that are, so a few exercises that really isolated the glute medius, and so there's nothing wrong with getting a tight glute medius. And so I've got a couple timers in the foreground. You can't see those. These timers will be very annoying. You'll hear a beep to start, and so I have the workout up on the board, and so I'll be saying, you'll see me go and you'll see me stop, but you'll hear an annoying beep as well, and so it makes it pretty much impossible to miss the start and the stop. And so I'll have loud music on in the background, and that's going to help me so I don't hear myself breathe as much, and you won't hear me breathe as much too. The other thing I forgot to say was that we had a fat mass increase, which I mentioned, 3.5 pounds, and then we had a fat mass loss, or free fat mass increase, so lean tissue increase of 3.5 pounds, and then we had a fat mass loss of 5.3 pounds. So almost a 9-pound change in people with their weight. And so a lot of people, the vast majority of people in the class weren't interested in losing weight, and so their weights pretty much stayed the same throughout the class. They had lost 1 pound or 2 pounds, they gained 1 or 2 pounds, but they made significant changes in the shifts of the composition of their body. Some people really had a focus of losing weight. We had one person that lost 18 pounds, another person that lost 15 pounds, another person that lost 11 pounds, and a whole bunch of people that lost 8, 7, 6 pounds. So they made some adjustments in their nutrition plan. So if that's what you want to do, then by all means go ahead and do that, make some adjustments. So with portion control, eating healthier, maybe going towards a plant-strong eating system will help you, give you energy, and plus keep all the saturated fat and the high-fat foods out of your system. So this first workout is pretty straightforward. We only have 2 different timing protocols, 10 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and then 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So vastly different. Each workout will be different, but this is the most basic workout that we'll do throughout the whole workout scheme. I only have, I think, 7 or 8 different exercises for this first workout. So the main thing on these is proper form, and I did want to mention the only thing I'm going to be real stickler on is your squatting form. So with your squat form, your feet about hip width apart, your toes maybe pointed about 5% out maybe, and so I really want people to work on the hinge, where you're hinging at the waist first, dropping your tailbone down between your heels, trying to keep your shins as vertical as possible. So that will be the only thing I will talk about during the class, and that's the one thing in my classes that I focus on is people doing a squat correctly. So we don't want any shearing forces on the knee joint, or as little of shearing force as possible as we do our squat. So you'll see me modify things as I talked about through the workout as I need to, and I'll stop because I can't breathe. And so the other thing about this class, what I did with the whole study, was they wore a heart rate monitor, and their goal, I had a goal for them to try and reach at least 85% of their maximal heart rate as an average heart rate during the class. So I was happy to see that at the end of the 10 weeks, the group average was 82%. So the group averaged 82% of their maximal heart rate as an average during the workout. And all these workouts are between 25 and 30 minutes, so they're all very efficient. So if you don't have a lot of time, these are perfect. If you don't have a lot of space, this is perfect. You don't need any equipment. If you don't have sliders, you can wear wool socks. You can put your feet on hand towels if you have a tile or a wood surface. If you just have carpet, I would recommend going out to a home improvement store and looking for furniture sliders. That's all these are. So instead of buying the expensive fitness sliders, you can just go out, and I spent $9 and got 2 pairs of furniture sliders that work perfectly. So we're going to get started, and so the main thing on this is for you to work as hard as possible. Once we get through our I do about a 2 or 3 minute warm up with using the exercise, and I'll say, okay, we're going to go about 65%, now about 75%, now about 85%, and then it's just full on, whatever you can give. The harder you work, and if you want to check your intensity, you can wear a heart rate monitor, put in all the correct data. And my gut feeling is that people that can go 85 to 90% or higher as an average for the 25 to 30 minutes are going to see the best results. And so you might not think you can do that, but as your body gets in condition, and so if you're starting out from scratch, you want to take the first 4 to 6 workouts, gradually increasing your intensity. Don't just jump in. You'll be so sore that you won't be able to move very much the day after. So not the following day, but the third day where the delayed onset of soreness will come in. So take that in mind. And so we're going to get started here. I'll crank up the music, get the timers on, and we're going to get going with the first workout. Okay, we're back and we are ready to go. And so I'm going to I'll have changed the camera angle, so different points of view at times. I have changed the lighting just to make it more interesting, try and change the color of the room and all that kind of stuff, just to make it so it's not so straightforward and boring. Okay, so what we're going to do first is 4 intervals. And so you'll see the workout on the side of the screen, and then you'll see me on the other side. And so I'm sorry you have to look at me for all this. So you'll hear the words, and don't worry about trying to remember all the words. It's great if you can. I have a lot of abbreviations for words. Don't worry about that. You'll see what I'm doing. You'll maybe start to associate the name with the exercise, and then you won't have to worry about it. And so the other goal, besides working as hard as you can for me, is to spend as little time as I can in the transition between timers and things like that. So I'll take a little bit of breathe if I'm sucking air and all that kind of stuff, but that's just for me. So again, work as hard as you can and really put yourself out, and I think you'll have a good workout. So we're going to get started here. Turn on the timer. There's that annoying beep. So we're going to start with 10 seconds of jumping jack, so a regular jumping jack, and then 10 seconds of rest. Okay, here we go. 2, 1, and here we go. So about 65% effort is all you need for the first couple sets. So we're going to do 4 intervals. The first group of exercises is jumping jacks and what's called power jacks, which is an kind of a modified jumping jack, and then a flying squat. So with this one, hands above your head, you jump out to about a half squat, jump back together in a squat. So you might have seen this other places. So a lot of these are not original exercises, but this is called a power jack, what we call a power jack. Okay, rest. So now flying squats. And so as you get warmed up, you're going to always work on your depth, but always work on your form first. So I put my hands out to counter, and I try and drop down as low as I can, and I'll work on increasing my speed as I get into this. Okay, so now exercise number 2 is jump squats. So we'll do 1 set of 10 seconds on. So with this, jumping up, trying to land as soft as possible on the floor or whatever you're landing on. So this is not a plyometric. This is just a jump, absorb, and jump back up. And so another set of squats. And so as we go through this, tremendous amount of squats. We'll do probably in the 10 weeks, we might do over 10,000 squats. So if you're interested in some tight thighs, some tight buns, then this is the program for you. Okay, so circuit 1 is done. Now we're coming up back to interval 2. So back to jumping jacks. So 65 to 75% effort. Here we go. So again, you're going to go at your own intensity, but we're still going to get warmed up here. And rest. Okay, power jacks, round number 2. Sorry when I start breathing hard. So a little bit lighter on your toes. I always tell people in my class, pretend you got helium in your body and the floor is hot, so you're trying to spend as little time on the floor as possible. Okay, another set of squats. 2, 1, here we go. Again, weight on the heels, dropping your tailbone down between your heels, trying to keep your shins as vertical as possible. Okay, back to jump squats, round number 2. So we're still about 75% effort. We're getting warm. Here we go. So remember to land soft, like you're landing on eggs. And nice jump off the floor. There we go. Okay, finishing up round 2 with another set of squats. 2, 1, here we go. Okay, we finished round 2, on to round 3. So another set of jumping jacks, so about 80-85% now. So we're cranking it up a little bit. Here we go. Good. All right, power jacks. A little more dynamic. Make sure you hinge. Stick that butt out. Spend as little time on the floor as you can. Here we go. This is round 3 of 4. Good. Now some squats. Always good form on the squats. As your technique gets better, you're able to go faster. Always working on the depth, trying to get to that parallel position. Good, okay, jump squats, round 3. Your breathing rate should be coming up during this warm-up time. Here we go, 2, 1, and go. So a little more power off the ground. We're gonna work the legs a lot in this workout of 30 workouts. So that's what drives the heart rate, drives the big calorie burn. So depending upon how much you weigh will determine how much calories you burn. Here we go, squats. So I'm about 220 pounds. I'll burn roughly 400 to 450 calories in this kind of workout. Okay, round 4. So about 90% effort, so you should be getting close. Here we go, jumping jacks. Rest. Power jacks. Okay, a little more dynamic. Jump off the floor. A little less time on the floor. Here we go. 2, 1. Try to land in your half squat. So you're not landing in rebending, but you're just landing in that position so you can get right out of it. Okay. Another set of squats. If you hate squats, you're not going to like these workouts. If you like squats, you'll like these workouts a lot. So I'm trying to pick up my intensity, my speed of movement, increase my transition time. So I'm trying to reduce my transition time from top to bottom. Okay, jump squats, round 4. So get off the ground pretty good. Here we go. So the stronger, more powerful you are, the higher you go, the more rest you'll have in the air. There you go. Flying squats. Round 4. 1, and go. If you're not quite making it parallel like I am, that's okay. Our goal is to get down to that parallel squat. Okay. So now get your sliders out. We're gonna put our sliders on our feet. So at the next beat, we're gonna go. So you want your butt same level as your shoulders. 2, 1, and then you're running underneath your body. So we're still doing 10 on, 10 off. So we're gonna do all 4 sets right here in a row. Here we go. Some things like this we'll do all 4 together. Some things we won't. So it all varies. The great thing about core training, same muscles that work your breathing. So I have to stop every once in a while. Round 3, here we go. These go by fast. 2, 1, here we go. Round 3. You're going all out now. If you don't have sliders, you can do this the old-fashioned way, moving your feet back and forth. Okay, round number 3 or 4. Here we go. 2, 1, go. Okay, we're done with the 10-second timer. Now we're going on to the 20-second timer. So now 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I've got 10 seconds. First one is flying squats again. So now we're doubling our work time. Here we go. Okay, rest. Okay, I'm gonna put my pad over here for squat thrust. These ones I don't like at all. Here we go. So you see my feet are out wide. My back is tight. Had multiple knee surgeries. Total hip replacement. But you just do what you can do. It all works good. All right. Okay, frogs with a sliding disc. So get your disc out. Same position, push-up position, but bring both knees forward. Keeping your butt level with your shoulders at all times. Just letting your knees come underneath your body. Again, if you need to stop, that's okay. Okay, another set of flying squats. Here we go. This will conclude round 1 of 4. Again, you're going as fast as you can. Trying to drive that heart rate up as high as you can. Burning lots of calories. Okay, flying squats again. Start and finish. This is round 2. Here we go. Not much rest in 10 seconds. Okay, squat thrust again. Give it your best shot. We're trying 100% now. Whatever you got to give. 2, 1, here we go. All right, good. Sliders out again for frogs. Keep it going now. Here we go. Okay, 2, 1, rest. Okay, up for squats. This will finish round number 2, and we're a little over halfway done. Round 3. You guys are doing good. What you're gonna find is your heart rate's gonna feel like it's right in your throat. And that's where you want it. Where you're fighting to breathe, that's what you want. Okay, round 3. This is the first one. This is the easiest workout we're gonna do. Oh, and rest, good. Round 3. Squat thrust. Try to control your breathing. 2, 1, here we go. Okay, frogs, round 3. 2, 1, here we go. Stop when you need to. Couple seconds of rest, and then right back into it. Okay, another set of squats. Finishing up round number 3. Perfect form now. Once you get your depth, start working on your speed. Then work on those transitions from starting back down from the top, starting up from the bottom. It's okay if you sweat. You got a towel handy. If you need some water, keep that handy. Okay, round 4. Then we're moving on. Here we go, squats again. Keep those knees over the toes. You want your middle of your kneecap to be right in line with your second toe on your foot at all times. Okay, rest. Good work. Okay, squat thrust again. This is almost the last squat thrust we're doing. 2, 1, here we go. Push yourself to your limits now, come on. If you can. If you're just getting started, take it easy. Oh. Oh. Here we go, frogs again. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, good. Come on up. Squats again. This concludes round 4. Here we go. Whatever you got. Oh, good. All right, good. We can turn that timer off. All right. We're down to our last group of exercises. All 10 on, 10 off. So first group is power squats with a 10-second rest and push-ups. Whether you do your push-ups from your toes or your knees, it doesn't matter. The main thing is do a full range of motion, get that chest to the floor, okay? And then what's called a full squat jack. So we'll get down to a full squat up for a jumping jack and back and down. On the power squat, same as a power jack, except it's just our feet. Then we'll do a pike up with a disc, squat thrust, and then something that I do, squat, hop, hop, squat, kind of funky. Here we go. Going in 10, power squats, and then a 10-second rest. So just a feet. You should be able to give it lots of intensity now. Landing in your half squat. Try to power out of the bottom. Good. Down for push-ups. I just do them on my knees. So I make sure I can get full range of motion. 2, 1, here we go. So tight body from your shoulders to your knees or shoulders to your toes. It's all about the speed of movement with perfect form. Rest. Okay, full squat jacks, come on up. So we're moving around again. There's 5 different exercises. Okay, full squat, up to a jack. So your feet are landing in different spots every time, which is okay. Try to get to that full squat. And rest. Okay, pike ups. Sliders out. Keep your knees locked. Take your hips to the ceiling. Here we go. Do not let your pelvis come down below parallel when you're way down. It'll compress the spine. We don't want to do that. Good. All right, squat thrust again. We're moving. That's good. 2, 1. Here we go. Good. Okay, what I do is a squat, land, hop, hop, squat. You'll see. It's just kind of a funny little exercise. So keep your knees bent as you hop to keep those thighs engaged. Then try to go down to a full squat. You're just doing a 180. Okay, back to power squats and push-ups. Round 2 of 4. You should be breathing. We're putting out everything you got. And rest. Control your breathing. 2, 1, here we go. Good. Okay, up for squat thrust, or no, full jump, full squat jacks. Here we go again, round 2. Oh, good. Okay, pike ups, sliders on. Here we go, round 2. Shift your weight over your hands so you can get your butt up as high as you can. Oh, good. Squat thrust, my favorite. 2, 1. Squat, hop up, squat. So you're going to your full squat, keeping about a half squat as you do your hops. Good. 2 of 4 done, round 3. Power squats. 2, 1, here we go. No quitting. Come on now, put out. If you're just getting started again, go easy. Push-ups. Two, 1. Come on, speed. Hit your belly or your chest to the floor. Good form, tight body, tight core. Full squat, jump squat, or full squat jack. Oh, good. Okay, pike ups. So you see as we go through this, lots of different ways to do squats, jacks, all this stuff. Okay, squat thrust, round 3. One more to go after this. 2, 1. This time I'm just going to go in a whole circle. Don't get dizzy though. Okay, last round. 50 seconds to work, or 60 seconds. Here we go. Good. Push-ups, last push-up right here. 2, 1. Good. Full squat jack. 4 exercises left. That's it. 40 seconds. Okay, pike ups. Last set of pike ups. 1, go. Good. Last set of squat thrusts. 2, 1. All right. Last exercise right here. Squat, hop, hop, squat. Here we go. Always be good with your technique. All right, good work. So this workout's all about you. It's not about following me because I go slow, because I get tired. So it's about maximizing your intensity with each workout that you do and trying to push yourself to your maximum so you get the best benefits possible. So that concludes workout 1 from Fit City Wellness Center, and we'll see you soon. Bye.